Oh my god! Somebody just walked up to me! I bet you it's a girl. A really cute girl. She probably saw me sitting here reading my book and said, wow, that guy looks really cool. I should go over there and talk to him. Yeah, I bet that's exactly what happened. Well, now that she's here, I gotta seal the deal with a cool line.
The wind, it calms me. But with your presence, my heart just can't stop beating.
Tony, what the hell are you talking about?
I just hit on a guy! Now he's gonna think I'm gay!
Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and I'm here today to review the anime. So Daily Lives of High School Boys is pretty straightforward. As the title clearly states, it follows the daily shenanigans of various high school boys and occasionally high school girls. Sometimes mundane, but mostly hilarious. Now this awesome Blu-ray was one of many gracious gifts sent to me by one of my most loyal and supportive subscribers over the years by the name of Weston Babb, who I've mentioned a dozen times before in previous videos. And he sent this to me for my birthday, as well as a DVD copy of Lovely Complex, which, as many of you may know, is one of my all-time favorite shoujo romance anime, as well as my darling waifu, Rem. I was totally speechless when I saw this. I could not believe it. He sent me a figurine of Rem. Oh my god, that's so amazing. Thank you so much. And Weston, if you're watching this video right now, and I'm pretty sure you are, I just want to say thank you so much for this. I truly appreciate it. Words can't begin to express how grateful I am to you. And honestly, I'm very touched by your kindness. I don't deserve it at all, and I really appreciate that you continue to support my channel, man. Now, I've heard about Daily Lives of High School Boys for quite some time now. In fact, a lot of you have suggested this anime to me over the years, particularly for my fondness for comedy anime, which makes a lot of sense since this is primarily a comedy anime. And a little fun fact I learned about this anime, thank you Weston, is that the guy who directed this anime, his name is Shinji Takamatsu, is also the same guy who directed School Rumble and Gintama. Maybe I should watch Gintama next. I mean, a lot of you have been telling me to check it out, and now that I know that it's from the same guy who directed this and School Rumble, I kind of want to see Gintama too. And so, after learning that fact and receiving the Blu-ray from Weston, I kind of have no excuse not to see the Daily Lives of High School Boys. And so I saw the entirety of the anime, and what do I think of it? Well, let's get into the review. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail in regards to the animation here. Not to say that it was bad or anything, it was very serviceable and it looked fine. And I do like some of the stylistic choices that they make throughout the series. But it isn't anything to really run home about. It's a pretty conventional looking anime and the animation is good for what it needs to be. But what I am going to go into full detail on is the voice acting. Wow, was it good. You can definitely tell that all of the voice talents were having so much fun with their roles and you were just enjoying hearing their voices. And some of them had a surprising range of vocals, especially when it came to Hidenori and Yoshitake's voice actors. Just watch this scene where they are playing multiple characters.
冒険の書を選んでください。
え？なんだ冒険の書って。
おお近づくんじゃないこいつはどうなってもいいのか
またすごいタイミングで始まったなおい
バカ野郎新入り 何やってやがる。奴を刺激すんじゃねえ。
新入り
隊長、自分が奴を引きつけます。何言ってんだ。同僚のデップだよ。ずっと後ろにいたじゃねえか。
わかんねえよ。
そして俺は後輩のマルコビッチっす。
おいどんはホップハでごわす。
全員揃ったら出発するぞ。
ついに見つけたぞ。
貴様は何者なんだ。
私の子供が魔王にさらわれてしまいました。助けてください、勇者様。
困っている人を見過ごすわけにもいくまい。行くぞ、タラクニ。
誰だお前。
隊長だ。
だが聞くところによると、子供は東の島に連れ去られたようです。船がいりますな。
誰だお前。
ジャックだ。
Pretty good, huh? I know that I really enjoyed that scene. Now the story, as to be expected, is very simple. But what struck me the most about it was how freaking relatable it was. As many of the situations that happen in this anime, I too have experienced in my own high school life. For one, I too attended an all-boys high school for my freshman and sophomore year, and we did many of the things that the boys in this anime did, like play fighting, reading manga, talking about girls, and being relatively awkward around them, and so on. And when I moved here to Florida for my junior and senior year, I too had a classmate that we all called Ringo, just like the girl in this anime, and for the exact same reason. In fact, it was my TV production teacher who gave that guy his nickname because he had a haircut that was just like Ringo Starr from the Beatles. Just like the girl in this anime is called Ringo because of her hairstyle, which is very reminiscent or similar to Ringo Starr. In fact, out of all the things in this anime, that was the one thing that took me completely by surprise. I could not believe that somebody else also did the exact same thing, even though it's in a fictional world. But I still found that really peculiar, as if they've been following me all my life and they were in that TV production class with us and said, hey, that's a great idea, we should do that exact same premise. But where this anime truly shines is through its comedy and characters. The jokes and gags in this anime hit bullseyes consistently, and that's mostly due to the great setups and excellent comedic deliveries of the characters. I have not laughed this constantly since Konosuba. The characters are super likable right off the bat, many of them contributing to the comedy of the anime through their over-the-top behaviors and interactions among themselves. It was truly a delight to see. And it's not just the boys that get a laugh from you, the girls are also equally as funny. In fact, sometimes they're even funnier than the guys, especially the funky girls, as I like to call them. They are a riot. Some of my absolute favorite comedy bits includes the episode where the three main characters are dubbing over these three middle school girls. The dubbing itself and the self-reference to the fact that they are well aware that they too are being dubbed was priceless. I was laughing my ass off. Every single scene that has this character, Hidinori, was comedic gold. He was my absolute favorite character. His over-the-top antics and interactions with various characters, including Yoshitaki and the literary girl, I mean, I enjoyed all of those scenes, and they always got a laugh from me. I love this character. In fact, in my honest opinion, I think he should have been the main character. And I think the anime was heavily pushing for him to be the main character, as he got more focus than any character in this anime, and rightfully so. He's the best. The moments that were shared between the student council boys and Ringo were great. The high school girls or funky bits were always a delight to see. And of course, the most well-known moments in this entire anime, and probably everybody's favorite moment from the anime, high school boys and literary girl. Everything, and I mean every single element in these scenes worked. The comedic timing, the heavily romanticized atmosphere and background, the sappy music, Hidinori's inner monologue and overthinking, the literary girl's reactions, and most importantly, the wind. And it just kept getting better and funnier with each new edition. I could not wait to see the next installment of this romantic saga. But I think the most impressive thing that this anime did is in something that it didn't do. Now, when you hear that an anime is gonna focus primarily on high school boys, what comes to mind? Exactly. Most modern day anime that center around a bunch of high school boys make them a bunch of horn dogs that constantly talk about hooking up with girls or being with girls or looking and touching their boobs or asses and throwing a bunch of fan service and sexual situations. And it's gotten so repetitive that it's just so annoying to see this happen again and again and again. But in daily lives of high school boys, surprisingly, they rarely resort to using these elements. The boys in the anime don't constantly talk about girls or their boobies and asses and wanting to touch them. There's little to no fan service in the anime, the girls are not heavily sexualized, and there's absolutely no sexual situations between any of the characters. I know. That is amazing. In the entire anime, guys, I only found 2 or 3 moments that I would deem fan service. But even those moments were tame at best. Like there's this one episode where the 3 main characters decide to steal one of the guys' sister's underwear and wear it. That's it. That's all the scene is. You don't see the sister in her underwear. You don't see any provocative situations. Just they have her bra and her panty and they decide to wear it or they decide to show it to each other. That's it. And then there's another episode where the student council actually look up a girl's skirt, but you never see it from their perspective. You never see the girl's panties. And it was just so surprising to see an anime showing so much restraint. I really appreciate it, and I love that they focus mainly on the comedy. That's where the focus should lie, and not in creating some sexual situations between the characters. Good job, Daily Lives of High School Boys. You made me proud. But sadly, I do have a couple issues with this anime. The biggest one being Tadakuni. He is such a weak and bland straight man who's not very funny. Most straight men characters provide a good balance in a comedy anime while also contributing to the comedy. Think Kazuma from Defrag, or Kazuma from Konosuba, or Kaide from Ninja Nonsense. And no, I didn't do that on purpose. It was totally unintentional. I did not even realize I chose characters whose names all began with a K. It was just an interesting coincidence. Here, Tadakuni brings nothing to the table and is completely forgettable as a character, which isn't entirely his fault, as many of the personalities in this anime are so larger than life and interesting they just overpower him. I was both glad and sad that he wasn't in the anime that much. Glad because he wasn't really needed in this anime. The anime would have worked with or without him. But sad because I thought the character did have a lot of potential. He could have worked if he was given a little bit more time to shine. And hell, he had a potentially interesting relationship with one of his co-workers who sorta kinda looks like Yakumo when she takes her glasses off. And I would have loved to see the relationship kind of blossom into something interesting, but much like the character himself, it wasn't given enough time to shine, and thus it didn't blossom into anything. Some of the comedy bits do bomb and fall flat on their faces. Like there's this one where Hidenori and Yoshitaki are pretending to be these DJs that just wasn't working for me. The scene just comes off as really awkward and unfunny. And a lot of the scenes with the delinquent guy and his sister also didn't work for me. I didn't find them that funny. And lastly, there was so many missed opportunities for comedy in this anime. The biggest one that upset me the most, and I don't understand why they didn't do it, is that there was never once an encounter between the 3 main characters of Daily Lives of High School Boys and the 3 funky high school girls. I mean, come on, that's a no-brainer. You gotta make these characters collide somewhere in the middle of the anime. Could you imagine seeing them interact with each other? That would have been comedic gold, but it never happens and thus is wasted. But overall, despite all those problems, I really enjoyed watching Daily Lives of High School Boys. It was fun, it was hilarious, I liked the characters, I liked the music of the anime, and it did everything that Nichijou did, but 10 times better. And it is definitely an anime that is worth watching. If you have not seen Daily Lives of High School Boys, you are doing yourself a disservice not watching it. Go see it right now. But as always, guys, I'm not the end-all be-all opinion when it comes to daily lives of high school boys. I would love to know what you guys thought about this anime as well. Did you absolutely adore it as much as I did? Or did you find it really boring, dull, and you didn't find any of the comedy bits hilarious? And let me know, what is your favorite comedy bit in this anime? Comment below, let me know, and stay tuned. I got a top 10 list that will be coming your way real soon, and possibly some movie reviews on the way as well as the final part of my React series on the anime Jude-chan. So stay tuned for all those videos, and as always, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel, be part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below, like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Watt II, the average high schooler boy, or used to be average high schooler boy, known as the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube!